welcome everybody to another adventure of some random D&D game. This is The Fall of Man. I am your host.
My name is Destin. I play Alexandre, who is a human fighter.
My name is Ben. I play Trinity, a human fighter.
Hello, I am TJ. I am Edenfell, who is an ASMR cleric.
Howdy, everybody. This is Brandon. I'm playing both. Daisy, recently Highwind McClintock, a half-elf paladin, as well as Neak, a classified ranger.
And I am Chris. I'm everybody else. Now, introducing Kef Dreg. And on the dais stands a man with a scarred face on the right side, completely whited out eye, definitely blind. You can see his teeth through his cheeks, and he stands at attention with his hands behind his back. You're not sure if it's the scarring on his face or if he is just sneering at everybody in attendance. Immediately after he is introduced and people get a look at him, whispers start around the chamber.
Who invited a drag here with his head attached?
I don't think he was invited.
And yet he was announced.
Alexandre's probably on his feet at this announcement and in just kind of a readied stance.
Edenfell, seeing this shift in everybody's moods and not really knowing who this is, was already kind of leaving the conversation with Tanith, so she'll kind of just wander back to the group's table.
Can somebody tell me why everybody's quiet?
The dregs. Oh gosh, the dregs were the ruling house here before the McClintocks. Let's just say it was not a peaceful time in the kingdom.
Oh, right. All right. Thanks, mate. I guess Neek's going to approach because he doesn't look like he's being sworn by anybody.
He keeps his attention out on the party goers and only slightly shifts in your direction.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Neek, by the way.
Kef.
Neek will extend his hand as if to shake.
He will break his posture to shake his hand. As he goes to shake your hand, you notice that he is missing the ring and pinky finger of his right hand.
Even. Yeah, so I'm used to being the biggest social faux pas in here, but what's up?
I decided I would come here today because, well, I won't have many chances. He starts to walk down the stairs.
Neek will sort of accompany him.
As he walks through the partygoers, there's a little bit of a bubble that kind of forms around him. They're not like... It's not like drastic getting out of the way, but there's slight subtle shifts.
Right, okay. I should probably get back to Amber and Opal. Still, mate, need anything from me? Find the Panther.
He inclines his head in a nod.
Neek is going to let his Panther kind of spy on him.
Right. He sort of... He doesn't really mingle, just more of wanders the place, like, taking it in.
All right. So Edenfell was listening in to a bit of that conversation with Neek before he walked away, correct?
Sure.
Okay. So this ostracized king has returned to us at this moment in time, it seems. And Daisy has arrived, now marrying Ivar McClintock. And I am growing very tired of all this social faux pas. It's all very confusing to me.
A sinking ship tends to bring out the rats, no?
Yes, it's just becoming tiresome. But then again, I don't know what I expected when I came here.
Also of note, Kef is wearing a yellow armband.
Which means he is likely a formidable physical opponent as well.
And everybody's got their eyes on Kef, so does nobody else have eyes on anyone else?
Alexander, Neak has eyes on like everybody but Kef because he's got Rudel to look at Kef.
Make me an insight check.
Oh man, I'm only not good at those. 22.
So Neek will notice that there are some people here who aren't surprised by the arrival of Kef.
Ooh, which people would those be?
Of the ones who are not surprised are Henry Oberon, Angeline Oberon also does not seem that surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And Tarnith does not look surprised, but
She doesn't look anything ever.
Neat can also read that through the tension in her body that she is not showing surprise.
Right. Okay, these Oberon dudes are making me a little sus. Maybe their betrayal wasn't such a betrayal.
Also looking around of many of the not minor nobles, there's quite a few shorthands who are not surprised.
Yeah, but then still. All right, yeah. So to reiterate and reanalyze, this former ruling family has a member of this dude Kef, and Kef presumably when shit hit the fan, faked or was quite reasonably expected to have died from something, and instead goofed out to some various other territories, hiding in their back closet just in case they needed a piece to put a crown on in Noprod, is my guess. How accurate that ends up being is, an astute observation. Neek's not sure what he's going to do with that.
So
He doesn't know how much he trusts Ivar, who he needs to be keeping an eye on, and Daisy.
Kef has wandered over to Ivar McClintock. They share a few short words and then start making their way towards the balcony area. If anyone wants to try and follow to listen in, there's going to need to be some rolls, including Panther.
Daisy will, and she's on a horse.
Daisy will be allowed to accompany because Ivar explains the situation to Kef.
Yeah. I'm the queen. Of course I'm coming along. Y'all treat your queens a lot different down here than you did over in the Elven lands.
So Edenfell is going to look towards Alexandre and Mona and just this is because it's directed to them. So now that we have spoken with Tanith and the other people, what else is there really for us to do here? Do we want to see how the rest of this plays out with this drag fellow?
That seems like it's probably a good idea.
Figured. I'm just checking where we stand.
Well, I have mostly gotten through all I wanted to talk with. It would mostly be pleasure I would stay for. But this whole place seems a little bit volatile.
Yes, the mood has most certainly died.
It might also be a good idea to leave and gear up in case anything happens.
That's not a bad idea.
Who wants to retrieve Remus?
I will. Can I see him from here?
Yes, he's got the ever perpetual smile on his face as he stands nearby Angeline Oberon, who has the ever present frown on her face.
All right, I'll start making my way towards him.
All right. So, up on the balcony. Hello, Ivar. Daisy.
Hello, Kef.
Greetings. It's been a very long time since I've been here. Well, as I hear it, it seems like Navrad will soon be lacking a king. I have no anger against you, Ivar. My vengeance was meant for your father. I guess it came to him in the end. But I am here to say that I could be boon or bane for this city. I have power and soldiers, and they can either be your enemy or be your friend.
Okay, so it sounds like what you're trying to do is sound really cool, but you have all seemed to forget that even if every man, woman, and child in the entire collection of the kingdoms of mankind were to grab a spear and point it towards the orcs, we may still not survive.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Then shut the fuck up and be useful.
My oh my. I just have one request for being useful.
It's about
I want a return of my lands. I understand not all of them could be returned, but as I understand it, a certain family that has abandoned Novrad entirely has most of what I want.
what's the actual geographical importance of the areas you are asking for?
Most of the land belonging to the Laurel is just that land, farmland, food. Probably most of the mansions at the top of the hill.
Our ability to be taken seriously when we order people to start sanctioning up portions on the map is a little compromised as of late. However, if you happen to have an occupying force, one could perhaps arrange for such a place to be occupied, and then, as the Laurels will be helpless to kind of remove you, we'll just sort of gently forgive if anything is still around for long enough for us to care.
Sounds reasonable. The only thing I want other than that is recognition. I want the dregs to be returned as one of the houses of Novrad, even if Novrad won't be around by the end of the year.
I see no reasonable route to objecting to that besides the threat it would have on our crown, and half of these families won't serve Ivar, let alone you, so we'll see what we can do.
I see no reason why this cannot be worked out reasonably. Ivar will extend his hand, and Kef will take it. And then Kef will offer his hand to Daisy as well.
Daisy's not as immediate with accepting. Well, there's clearly more to this, but I'll take your hand.
Excellent. I expect an announcement soon, and I do hope you to enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes,
Now-
all is well, Kef.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have rudely ignored the hostess of this party and must build a welcome.
As you'll be one of the founding, well, not so founding, houses of Novgorod here in the moment, I expect your oaths of fealty to be presented quite punctually.
Of course! As soon as there's an announcement of recognition. I cannot swear fealty if I am not first recognized. You understand.
It will be the same ceremony.
Excellent. And with that, he will turn and walk away. Meanwhile, Alexander has gotten to his brother.
Remus,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the rest of us might head out.
Oh, so soon.
Well, you know, unforeseen circumstances and all.
Fair enough. May I ask for 10 more minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
He will turn to Angeline and proffer his hand. May I ask for just this one dance? She doesn't say anything, but does take his hand, and they move to the dance floor.
Alexander will go ahead and head back to the table.
Edenfell, Alexander has returned.
So, we leaving out?
Remus wants one more dance before he comes with us.
I'm surprised he still is in the mood. But that's from what I've seen of him, I guess I'm not.
I'm more surprised he agreed to leave with us.
Well, I think he respects your input more than you really know.
Do you have any idea where Trinity got off to?
No, I don't.
We should probably find her at some point. Tell her what's going on.
Did Trinity say anything when she didn't show up?
No, she just did not show.
I see.
Well, if there's just going to be one more dance, Wilhelm, do you mind taking your sister onto the dance floor? I shall indulge you this one, sister. And they'll take to the dance floor.
Oh man, oh boy. I've just been leading my ears out, and I think those guys' friend might have just fucking died. Like, they just didn't show up and no explanation. I mean, we're about to go looking.
That's just ghastly.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of that in the city lately.
True. Have you heard the name Trinity? Is that anyone involved?
No?
Oh, that's rough. Still, Riddle, get your ass over here. The Panther will return to Neak Poe. I've been thinking about something. I'm surprised we haven't tried this yet. Poe, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I could. Okay. You know how you can like vaguely get a sense of what's outside your little box here?
Yep.
If I were to like make you look like the medallion on Roodle's collar, would you be able to just see and report anything that Roodle does?
I should be able to see and hear anything he does.
Fucking awesome, dude. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and work that out so I can make sure I've still got a spy around there.
All right, but do be warned that you take the necklace off, you can't speak to me.
True, but I can speak to Roodle, or Roodle can speak to you.
Okay.
You speak Draconic?
Yes.
Oh, you're good. That's all I've managed to teach him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, Neek's gonna fix both the Roodle's collar and go meander and spy on the main party, while Roodle goes out and spies on anybody Poe thinks he ought to spy on, I guess.
Okay.
Poe wants me to look at. That's right, I've secretly had two companions.
Poe's getting looking at Henry.
I've yeah, Neek's going towards the table.
With Edenfell and Alexander. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hey, guys. I was over here recently, and like, did anybody like make sure your friend didn't just like fucking die?
Which one?
The one who was supposed to be here.
Oh, Trinity?
Yeah, I mean, it's a dangerous city. I've never heard the name anymore. Neither is a shorthand, so I imagine she could be.
I'm not too worried about it. Maybe worried that she killed somebody.
Neek's face for like he's like does a little head thing where you're like looking through the directions and like not looking through the like, I can't even get worried if she's killed somebody.
I mean, it
She's a
seems
bit.
more likely.
She's rather temperamental.
Right. So the dance over, y'all are gonna I don't know, grab a shovel, man. What are you gonna do?
I'm not saying she did kill somebody recently.
Oh, she like a yellow armband kind of girl.
I don't think so.
That's worse.
She's not from here.
Okay. All right. I don't tell on people, but like when like the police chief's son tells me you got a friend who might be a serial murderer running around who didn't show up to the party, it's like a little bit concerning. I might want to like check to make sure nothing, I mean, your girlfriend here literally looked around and was like, "I am death."
What?
I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but we represent Fell. Fell's the death one, right? Like, basically.
Yes.
She about birds, I imagine, because you got the wings. That might be genetic. I don't know what's up. Astra didn't have wings, did he?
No, not. It's.
Well, where did you get the wings from?
I can't say for certain. It's specifically something that is associated with me at the moment. So that's all I will say.
Oh, okay. So they're extensions of. Okay. Neat, by the way. Pretty cool. The painter's name is Rudel, by the way, if you need to talk to him. He doesn't speak much,
Yeah.
and he barely listens or understands. He likes fish. He's probably gonna conveniently not be picked up when I leave. Might need to kind of sneak out with y'all.
Neek does see exiting from one of the alcoves Jexarion going and leaning on one of the balcony alcoves.
And Neek will look up and like flash him a thumbs up.
He just gives a smile in response.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. So guys, you have a good time?
Not particularly.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, also, no. But I didn't come here with expectations of it being too fun.
I perhaps.
Neek will kind of like put a hand out, sort of clasp Alexandre's shoulder a little bit. Like, don't worry, man. Everybody's been kind of through the ringer lately.
What was that?
Everybody's been kind of through the ringer lately. I don't know how your laundry technology is right now. Do you have ringers?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well, yeah, I imagine you guys couldn't use clotheslines because it's always storming. How do you dry your clothes when you wash them? Do you wash them? Or do you have like sand pits you hide somewhere? Oh, wait, you're noble. You wouldn't know. Edenfell, Edenfell, you're not from here. Damn it. All right, we got to go find that. Well, Trinity's not from here either. All right, I got to figure out how you guys do laundry. I'm real sensitive to detergents.
Okay.
Alexandre will just kind of look over at Edenfell.
You can't read her face very well, but because she's Edenfell, but there is just this look of confusion.
It's in her stance.
The actual meaning of what I was trying to say is that we've all been through a lot recently, and that I got you. I used a colloquial term. Everybody's been through the ringer because they used have like this big hand crank thing to like squeeze clothes out. You know, you like wrung out a towel. And the joke, you know, Dad would joke, you know, when I look rough, that he's like, "Oh man, didn't your mother put you through the ringer?"
Okay.
And with that, the song will end.
I'll look around for Remus again.
Oh, he's after the bow and everything, he is beaming and heading in your direction.
All right. I was just making sure he was heading our way.
Oh, that's a real smile this time.
And then Wilhelm and Ramona will show up, and I suppose everybody will leave the party. Or, yes.
Hey, Wilhelm, right? Nice to meet you again. I'm Neak, by the way. Should be easy a name to remember, but I don't know how people get, you know, sip, you know, at these kind of parties.
I did not drink.
Whoa. Wait, are you the Griffin guy?
Da.
Fuck yeah, dude, that Griffin's super cool. I talked to him in the stables.
You spoke with him.
Edenfell has wings, and you're like, oh man, some guy can talk to a bird? Come on.
Well, fair enough, but the people who are able to talk to him are few and far between.
You know, they tend to gather in places of import, pretending to be some lame-o who doesn't know what he's talking about.
I see.
Nice talking to you, mate. Yeah, nice, well-trained. Better behaved than my guy. Hard enough to get Rudel not to eat horses when he finds them running, but still.
Well, I bid you all good night. I must find somewhere to rest. As well as for my griffin.
Why not just come back with us?
I could.
I'm sure my family's stables could house your griffin.
It does not have access to the sky, if I am recalling correctly. You kind of stay within the mountain. And I am sure he would not be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I mean, I know like a good perch if you're planning to like be alone, but as far as like a long-term residence, I mean, I've been hanging out with the shorthands.
I'd probably find somewhere there. I shall find you in the morning. I can get there.
Yeah, griffins have like really good eyesight. They'll like spot Edenfell's wings from like a mile away.
But it has been a pleasure to uh, catch up, Alexander. I hope we have more opportunity to do so.
Of course. Alexander will reach out to shake his hand and also place his other hand on his shoulder.
Wilhelm will do the same, but he kind of goes in for like the half hug, where like just one arm goes around the back and pats you.
All this talk about griffins. Is Alexander just a little bit sad that he doesn't have his?
Yeah, most unfortunate.
Oh man.
Edenfell is just kind of looking at Wilhelm without really saying anything.
And you, sister, I hope to see you again soon.
Yes, you as well. She kind of looks like she might want to hug him, but she doesn't know where the relationship stands.
It's not like a full hug, but he does go in for like a partial hug. And he will say goodnight to Ramona and do the same as well. You get about as much as Alexander did, to be honest.
That is fair. That's exactly why she's like, I don't know. I literally talked to him like one or two times.
I've talked to him a few times and also fought him once.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I feel like Alexander is actually closer to Edenfell's brother than Edenfell.
Potentially.
Meanwhile, Neek here is like, wow, you guys are like family, but you're also like way less connected than like, those families. But he's just absorbing information. Like, okay, so here's how the vibe goes.
So, just to bring like Trinity into it, as your party is heading back, Trinity is also heading back up the hill, and you guys see each other.
With George or Greg or whatever his name is.
Greetings, my lord. Long night.
Yes.
By the way, Alexander, important things you should know. The people in the city are about ready to just riot. Also,
I've been writing.
yeah, there's also some creepy thing trapping people in houses, possibly. The crazy dude thought it was the gods punishing him, I believe.
Yeah, it sounds like
But
at least a couple of
he was also
guys.
eating other people in the house. So
What?
also, there was a green skin monster outside the city trading with people. And then when, criminal or somebody tried to steal some food, he killed them and ate them.
Alexander just like rubs
Yeah,
the
orcs don't
nose
typically.
like he's getting a headache.
That's probably an ogre.
Trinity, everything you just said got progressively crazier.
I
Well, it
also
looks
didn't
like you
kill
had
a single person.
Looks like you had a long day, my lord. I'll write up a report and get it to you tomorrow.
Hey, you guys got a new queen.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, some chick named Daisy.
yeah, Daisy is the queen now.
oh jeez.
That's good for her.
Awesome. Were y'all like expecting an invite?
I mean, go queen. What? I don't know what to say.
I mean, okay. I figured I should let you know. I mean,
Oh,
Speaking of which, where have y'all been at?
big party. Oh, hey, I'm Neak, by the way.
Hey up, Nick.
I am Trinity. And,
Gregory.
Yeah, Neak will go to shake hands with Trin.
she will shake your head just like as a test, like try like squeeze your hand to see like how strong you are.
Yeah. Why would? Does everybody do that? I mean, like, I can lift, but it sure hurts. Neek's hand is probably very soft, even though it does possess a strength he doesn't use. Oh. Nice to meet you. Didn't kill anybody today?
I did not kill anyone today.
Okay, I was told that's like a habit of yours.
Only one other person deserves it.
Oh, God, I love hearing that. Awesome. Greg, was it?
Yep, Gregory.
Hey, Gregory. I'm Neek, by the way. Yeah, I'll shake your hand too. Please don't squeeze hard; it hurts. You can have it bruised.
His hands are like calloused, but he doesn't try to squeeze your hands. It's almost like he doesn't feel like he needs to prove anything.
Awesome.
Trying to prove anything, I was trying to test it.
Well, what do I need testing for?
I wouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah, but Neek's still asking out loud. But you know what? What was the need? Can't
I
you
mean-
like just see? I'm wearing a shirt, honey. It's wet too. Like you can see everything I got, and
Lady Edenfell,
Yes, Gregory.
I've been put in your charge by the Lord Alexandre, and I was wondering if there's anything else you needed for me to do tonight.
Well, Chris, where did I? Do you have any idea where Edenfell would have put the little project she was working on? Like any good spots, like within the graveyard, or
A good spot would be in the Temple of Fel because it is abandoned, essentially.
That is a very good spot. You're right. Okay.
Additionally, there appear to be some technical problems.
Wait, is there
Yeah.
a reason I didn't get invited to the party?
Well, I mean, I tried to find you and invite you, but you just were not around.
You couldn't have left a message for me?
Well, I tried, but you did not show.
I mean, you knew where I was staying, so just ask them to inform me whenever they came by. You could have done something like that.
I did.
Well, then it must have been their fault. People can be so unreliable.
Well, I won't ask you to do anything tonight, but if you could start taking any of the corpses you find on your patrols into the Temple of Thel, that'd be a great benefit to me.
There's a lot of corpses everywhere. I think that's like a job for an army, not just one person.
Right, yeah, it could kind of been piling up in the streets.
As I said, any you can bring would be helpful.
It's more of a how many do you want
Okay.
sort of situation.
Somewhere around 15 a day would work.
15. Right. We'll get on it.
Thank you.
That's
I
like
whisper into his orange.
That's a
Worst case
couple per
scenario,
hour.
we just ask guards to start taking like a few over each day.
Oh yeah, speaking of ogre, what happened to him?
He kind of just left.
What, you didn't kill him?
No, he was just kind of trading, and he had food and was offering it. So we were afraid if we tried to kill him, it would start some kind of riot. And someone tried to steal from him, and he cut him in half.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely if you see him again, still in the city, like annihilate him.
He wasn't in the city. He was like right outside the city.
No shit. That's where you first run into the city. Okay, so still, besides the correction, yeah, kill him on sight because he's probably gonna like do his little shopping, and then he's gonna go back to the green guys and sell any information that they want to buy from him if he's not purposely sent here as an agent.
Alright. I
He'll
will.
be like, oh, everybody's weak ass over here and starving, and they taste pretty good. And then the orcs are gonna be like, awesome. All the street layout.
Or hear me out. Considering he left today, and he couldn't have, and he was on foot, so he probably didn't get too far. We could go find out where his camp is, follow his little trail, find his camp, and murder him now.
That'd be a great idea.
Right. Well, I've got a lot of work to do tonight, and I'm just gonna go and start that, and also start spreading the word of taking care of any that show up, even if they do seem to be trading.
Luckily, now that he murdered somebody in front of people and scared everyone else off, I don't think they'll be quite as eager to trade with him. Especially because I'm pretty sure people saw him throw the body in the pot and start eating. So I don't think they'll want their food as much anymore.
Righto, legging it, and Gregory just kind of takes off at a jog.
I'm not like a big expert.
As much as I might enjoy going and hunting down very large creatures that may or may not have menaced the town, I think that I am going to turn in for tonight.
Awesome. Yeah, you got somewhere safe to go?
The Governor Estate.
Awesome. Is that actually safe?
Relatively, I suppose.
Awesome. Okay. Just, kind of sketchy.
All right.
Yeah, well, helped you make sure that Trinity wasn't dead, so that's awesome. Guess I should have thought about how I was going to get.
So, Alexander, I think the only thing that you really missed, Gregory is off doing Edenfell's bidding, which is gathering a bunch of corpses and bringing them to the Temple of Thel, and also going to spread the word to the guards to kill any greenskins, no matter how friendly they may be acting.
Gotcha.
And there has been the suggestion of going and hunting down the one ogre trader that came to town and killed someone.
Yeah.
I just want to say that it is relatively late at night, and there's been a couple hours since that happened. So you'll have to go at least a couple hours out there to find the ogre, and then however long you're traveling out, you have to come back.
So maybe we should get some sleep.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, guys.
It's just sleeping with your weapons nearby, considering, people are ready to riot and burn this entire place down. And I wouldn't people not to try to mug you for any food you may have on you. People are getting desperate. So sleep with one eye open.
You do realize they're sleeping in the Gavino estate, right?
And you do realize that's probably one of the places they will attack because they believe all the nobles are hoarding food.
Yes, but
I mean, you
whatever.
are.
But that is my point. The nobles have the food. They want food, and they're about to go nuts and burn this entire place down. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I mean,
Yes.
and they kind of like fuck around and find out. I mean,
I'm just saying.
all I'm
Probably
saying is
excited.
any economic system based upon the exploitation of labor of the lower classes kind of deserves at some point to get burnt down. Unfortunately,
saying is while we're
everybody
in
was
this
the
town,
guys to save them from the orcs. So like, this is a little more complicated.
all I'm saying is while we're in the town, I wouldn't have my weapon very far out of reach. Ever.
Oh yeah, well I mean, I got my stick. Good stick. Still, it looks like I'm headed back to the party alone. Hopefully, don't run into anything. But if I'm still alive, well, I'll might come over tomorrow and see what's up.
Okay.
Y'all like muffins?
I suppose.
Well, God forbid I try and do something fucking nice for y'all. Okay?
No, what? It's not that. It's just you kind of just haven't quite figured you out yet.
Yeah, and people you haven't figured out are dangerous. And I'm not saying I'm not dangerous. I'm very dangerous. But there's the one thing I can instill into your guys' mind is that I just want to do some good.
But you're more than welcome to accompany us. There's no reason we have to refuse you. It's just you gotta understand that our relationship's a little awkward right now between us with you. It's nothing against you. Yes, please come join us for muffins. We'll have tea ready as well, I suppose.
I literally met you like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, that means I haven't had but 5 minutes to ruin anything.
Yes, but you're not nearly.
I don't know. What would be okay, so all right, so Trinity, why don't you tell me a little about yourself, or what would you like to know about me? My name's Neak, by the way. Can't tell you my dad's name. Can't tell you my mom's name. Actually, I might be able to. You want to know? I mean, I'm an open book.
No, thank you.
What, did the invitation make it look like some kind of trap?
No,
Yes.
God damn, nobody's fucking sincere in this town anymore.
please.
I mean, this town is literally ready to burn itself down. Only if people would trust people they don't know and know nothing about.
Yeah,
And I'm no fool.
Are you sure of any of those statements?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Look, Neak, please, we would love to have you come over in the morning. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just addressing the elephant in the room. You are, of course, more than welcome to talk to us more and discuss.
Wait, you guys know what elephants are?
Books.
No, not really.
Well, where are you from? You're not from here.
She will just smile at you and not say anything.
Oh man, she already planning how to stab me in the front shortly after telling me to turn around because she doesn't want to stab me in the back. I've got you, Red.
Fine. Look, just come. Yes, come by in the morning if you want. I'm done having this conversation.
Yeah, you're not having this conversation. I'm talking to Trinity. Thank you, Edenfell, Lady Edenfell. Oh, by the way, apparently Edenfell might be descendant of Aster himself, which I guess is a cool thing for you guys. I don't know, Aster's always been depicted as kind of a prick in the stories, but I just think that's because he didn't vibe with what my dad thinks was good family values.
Huh?
I mean, you don't look like him. You got scorching rays? I hear that's something you like.
To be honest,
Yeah,
I'm
so
not.
Trinity. I don't know, Trinity. You look like you got a problem with me, Trinity.
I don't have a problem with you yet. If I had a
Are we,
problem
are
with
we,
you,
are we about
you'd be
to?
dead. Don't
What?
worry. If I have a problem with you, you'll be dead.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna kill a man armed with a stick? Oh, what? Well, you want to throw hands?
Oh, please. I've been around enough people to know that if you got a stick, you probably use magic.
Oh, so you think I'm some kind of magician?
Some type of, yeah, probably. That or you're really good at punching people.
Oh man, she's not dumb. Okay. I'm neither of those really. Um, just the stick helps me move a little quicker, and I left all my real weapons elsewhere. But if you ever want to unbox just a little bit, I am entirely willing to do so once.
Always down for a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining Alexander this whole time is just like face palming this whole walk back.
Oh, he's just walking along, eyes on the ground.
Neak is
Remus
about
is
to
like
catch an ass
walking
whooping.
beside him and just at some point just puts his hand on Alexander's shoulder.
Yes.
Alexander,
Mm-hmm.
look up. Don't let them take your smile.
Oh.
That's good advice. I'm gonna tell somebody who has no reason to have ever heard of you about that sometime.
If my quote is ever "Don't let them take your smile," I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, see? I mean, good wholesome family values. I'm sorry, I feel like Trinity's still staring eyeballs in the back of my head. Is that true?
No.
Okay, good.
Apparently, she's thinking about how she's going to beat you up in a boxing match.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I'm not living in your head rent free or anything.
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Trinity's not too worried about you. I mean,
All
you
right,
didn't get that
everybody.
strong when she crushed your hand.
Let's get a good night's sleep and then take tomorrow on as best we can.
Yeah. It's been a long day, guys.
Sounds good to me.
And I got a panther to go feed. So yeah, I guess I'll just be walking back, just sort of walking a little bit on my own through the murder
See.
town.
By the way, Trinity's in her head trying to figure out your fighting style from all the people she knows. And I think she's getting close to realizing what you are, because you said you're not a mage and you said you're not good at punching people, and that makes you an animal, so you're not a normal just fighter and stuff like that. So I think she
Yeah,
kind of
she's
has a
narrowing
clear idea of
down
what
the
you are.
ranger pretty quick. Still, adios, au revoir, bon voyage, ciao, and all that, and whatever you say.
Trinity will say bye in Dwarvish.
All right.
Oh,
And
Dwarvish, good. Oh, you
we're
know
gonna-
that one too. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Gonna have a good long night's sleep.
One moment, Tante.
Okay.
As soon as Mr. Neak leaves, Edenfell will turn to Alexander and will say, is it okay if I talk to you for a moment before we go to bed?
Yeah, that's fine.
Edenfell will lead Alexander back to her room for a moment.
Before Edenfell leaves, Trinity will just give her a big old grin and just say good luck.
You remind me of a druid that I despise sometimes.
Weird. Maybe I was a druid in another life.
But, yeah, no. Edenfell will lead Alexander back to her room. Is this acceptable parameters?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, I never had the chance to tell you that the whole Aster-born business before. It's not exactly as I said with my speech, to be honest. In fact, I'm not certain of anything I said. I more said it based upon assumptions and just what I thought would make me seem more important in the public eye.
Well, you gotta do what you can to motivate people, I suppose.
It's not. It's not that I believe it's a lie. It's just I can't say for certain if it's true. Recently, I spoken with Aster, the king of the gods, as you're most certainly aware, and he revealed some frightening things to me about the natures of the gods.
I see.
Stell herself is changing. She's turning to reflect the aspects that is more strongly prevalent in the world currently, which isn't law but death. If I am to take his words and to decipher them into that meaning, if that makes any sense, he wasn't being very forthright. I can only speculate and ask him if it's hard to say. The gods are in danger of falling, Alexander. If this army continues to persist, the gods themselves will begin to disappear as their followers fade and the laws of man start to crumble.
I don't know what to do with that information.
I understand. It doesn't really change anything, does it? Not necessarily. We simply have to hold them back. I guess in the end, if you really want to sum it up, if the gods fading is us all dying, then does that even matter, right? But that's not just it. As we start to fall, the power of the gods start to shift. And as you know, Kyrnos has a hold on your family. Kyrnos is a god of chaos, of the wilds. As law starts to fail, he goes stronger, and I fear that so too does your family's curse. Which is why I was so adamant about keeping Novrod standing. I wasn't sure whether to tell you or not, but it's in your best interest to know all the whole details.
No. While I'm not happy to hear it, I do think it better that I am aware, though I don't really know what his hold growing stronger on us would mean.
I can't say for certain, but more than likely, containing this curse would become much more difficult.
If holding it at bay does become harder, or even becomes impossible, I don't know if it would be in anyone's best interest for me to stay.
I don't have a good answer for you right now. I'd like to try to remove it if possible, but I don't know how to even begin to do that. The only thing I know for sure is winning this fight is the most surefire way that I have right now for you.
Maybe if we can stop the other gods from weakening, one of them would be able to help.
You see, just a light bulb hit Edenfell's head, but she doesn't really say anything. She just kind of looks down. I have been working on something, as you likely could infer from me asking regularly to bring the corpses of who we can find to the Thel's temple. I am trying to raise more of those warriors you saw me have in the past.
Mm.
They are different than they were, but they're much more easier to raise in a mass. There's also someone else I met who has a similar capabilities. However, she is one of the followers of the Goddess of Secrets. I'm not sure if I've won her over quite yet. I haven't lost her as far as I can tell.
I'm sure that we'll find a way to get through this.
I'm certain. Because we must. There's no other option.
Alexander just nods, but stays silent.
All right, bedtime, kids.
Nap time.
Woo, gotta go home, go
As
grab a
everyone retires to their respective rooms.
Gotta go get the One Piece. Yeah,
Long rest?
hilariously, Daisy also goes back to the Gavino estate because that's still where she's living.
Are you sure she goes back to the Gavino estate and not somewhere else?
Like the king's place?
Like, where the fuck is he living?
Probably in some mansion that he owns in the town. Because,
Have you met
king.
the king before?
He's got locations.
Yeah, and so do I, but okay.
Okay.
None of them can move the boulder.
Cool.
What are they gonna do? I'm queen.
No, I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm just saying you have other options. So
Fun.
if Daisy's going to
Okay.
Gavin's little statement, it's just to mess with Alexander at this point. Or because she wants to.
This is my room. This is where I'm living. Okay. We're gonna try and not make a huge entrance when we sneak into the room that I'm supposed to be living in.
Make a stealth check. Add advantage because Ivar rolled really well.
18.
Oh boy. Stealthed into the room, certainly.
Yep. Just gonna scoot the boulder back over. Yeah, the boulder's not gonna be quiet, but then again, I have 22 strength now, so I might actually just be able to like lift it.
Not gonna put it quite that high, but
Yeah,
you
not
could
quite.
almost.
You can,
With Ivar's help, you could.
Yeah, so it's the difference between like a very loud, obvious like scraping along the ground and like a much more subtle, like one end of it scraping.
So Alexander actually does not go to his room.
Nope.
Alexander has found a note from Nikolai and is going to go see his brother.
Oh, cool.
So Alexander will find Nikolai in his room poring over what you think are maybe plans.
I'll just kind of knock on the door frame.
Yeah, come in.
I'll just find a place to like plop down.
Alexander,
Hmm.
I had some words with my former master recently, and I have come to some conclusions.
All right.
If you would lend me your sword for a short time, I plan to reforge it.
Alexander is clearly hesitant to do so.
I understand your trepidation. I have other weapons that I can lend you, though they may not be as magical in nature.
How long will it take?
It, I will admit, will not be a quick process, but the end result should be well worth it.
Alexander will just unhook the whole sheath and offer it to Nikolai.
I know this isn't easy.
I think I would have outright rejected it if it was anyone else.
Which is why I must do my best.
Let me know as soon as you're finished.
I will. And, your armor, I can make it more complete than what it is right now if you want. Though that, I think I might leave to Adric. From what I've seen of your armor, it's kind of got a fiery nature and may need the Embermane's touch.
You have another set I can use in the meantime?
I have my set,
All right.
although I might need bits and pieces of it in order to get enough steel.
Alexander nods, but is clearly very uncomfortable.
I could maybe try and find something else if you don't want my armor.
I'll wear it until I can get mine back. That, just being without my gear is,
Almost makes you feel naked.
I think me handing you my sword just now and sitting back down was the longest I've been apart from that weapon in quite some time.
Right. Well, now that I have it, I'll get to work immediately so that you don't have to spend too much time without it.
And what should I use in the meantime?
There's plenty of weaponry that I'm sure you can requisition.
All right.
Nikolai will stand up, grabbing Alexander's blade and his own blade, and making for the door.
Before Alexander returns to his room, he is going to go requisition a new weapon for the time being.
Okay. As he's exiting his room, he sees the boulder to Daisy's room move into place.
All right, I gotta stop to make before I go requisition.
What's Alexander doing?
You
We're
sure
never
that's the
gonna get
order
through
you
tonight.
want to do that? In that order.
Shut up. No.
I'm going to go grab Daisy's axe from my room.
Oh, okay.
And then go back to her room.
Just a
The
heavy
boulder sits in
metallic
front of the door.
What's that?
The boulder sits in front of the door.
Also a big metallic thunk sound. I should really put a blanket down before I drop that on the ground again.
Well, oh well, it's done.
Hold on, did you just hear something?
No?
I don't know. Still, this thing has too many goddamn pieces. No wonder some people are still wearing chain these days. Okay, I heard that. That's a signature fucking sign. I live here, Alexander. It's a parole condition.
You're really the best choice.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that one.
I said, was here really your best option?
No, it was my only option. None of his hideouts have a fucking bed. This dude, like, sleeps on tables.
It toughens the skin and the bones.
Okay.
Makes me resistant to stabbing.
Alexander just stands there in silence for a good, 10 count.
Do you think he's left?
No.
You know, if my father sees you here, things won't go well.
Oh, your father can go and kiss my ass. He requires me to be here. I'm his queen.
And besides, he won't be that angry if he doesn't know, right?
That was more a warning to avoid him.
I have no further need to interact with him.
No, you really shouldn't for now.
Have you spoken to him since then?
No.
You should.
Yes, I should.
I probably should, but that might be a shortcut to him moving my boulder for me. He'd be one of the few who might be able to do it. I mean, like, unless you sneak a Varro in here and nobody else is moving that damn thing. Speaking of which, what the hell are you doing here?
When are you leaving?
What?
When are you leaving?
Oh, as agreed upon in my sentencing.
Yes.
That's like, what, 3 days from now? It was 4, but then the rest of today happened.
True.
All right. Alexandre will just leave. Go requisition that weapon. Stumble over that word.
He doesn't leave denial.
No, I was going to, but then
He holds on to denial.
yeah. That's why he retrieved it, was to give it back, but he decided not to yet.
Okay, so I know he's definitely left, but I don't know what he's doing. He might swing back by.
Uh-huh. So are we waiting then, or...
Hold on. Okay, now we can go. Still, there's a fuck ton of armor. Alright, I think we can sort of leave it there.
Edenfell's having a dream. Edenfell
Yes.
is dreaming of... At first, she sees a pure white raven. As the raven flies, it goes over a ashen and bloody field. The longer it flies over this field of warfare and death, it gathers upon it ash, and the wings burn and char. As time goes on, the white raven becomes black. The raven alights upon the field and gluts itself upon the corpses. As it does so, becomes more feral and ravenous, equally becoming larger. The raven eventually grows to the size of a man, but as it does so, the fires subside and the corpses start to stir. The corpses come to life, and the raven, now having glutted itself on too much, is unable to fly away. Its wings burnt and unable to carry it. As Edenfell watches as the corpses descend upon the raven, slowly tearing it limb from limb and devouring it in turn. And then Edenfell awakens. And the morning rises on a new day. Alexandre, you got the least sleep out of everybody, but you are the first to awaken.
What weapon was I able to get my hands on?
What did Alexandre want?
I mean, the same style of sword as Steel Carver.
So, a long sword made of iron.
Gross.
Sorry, not much steel.
Peasant blade.
A normal sword.
Aye.
Yeah.
So, who wants to be next to awaken? All right, Alexander, you exit your room and you see guarding the hallway is a very tired-looking Gregory. Got deep sleep bags under his eyes.
Gregory, what are you doing?
My lord, I'm on guard duty.
Why?
Is someone near to guard here?
Go get some sleep.
Apologies, my lord, but I would like to report to Edenfell that the job is done.
All right, go do it.
Excellent. I will wait here for her to awaken.
Don't wait too long.
Out of
Yep.
curiosity, does he give? He mentioned that he was going to give Alexander a written report.
Yeah,
earlier?
he does present a report to Alexander.
How does he describe what happened? Out of curiosity.
He describes it. I believe Alexander was here for the session where the things happened, so I'm not going to
I
go into
was.
deep detail.
Okay.
He is also going to describe some things that happened after he left. Various events of unrest, problems across the city that the guard has been having, because he was spreading information, but also gaining information.
It won't be long before Gregory kind of can hear Edenfell mumbling something to herself, and she'll start getting all of her clothing and attire and wrappings and such put on, and she will lock out the door.
Hey, my lady.
Oh, hello.
I am here to report that a job is done.
Oh, you've already went ahead and did that?
Yup. I spent last night gathering for ya, telling the other guards that to kill all the greenskins, gathering up various reports, and making my own report.
Oh, well, I appreciate your pragmatism, but in the future, with the next few times you do this for me, just make sure that they're here by the next night. You don't have to go out of your way to stay up all night doing that.
As you say, my lady, your wish is my command.
Well, thank you. Just don't overwork yourself. If you don't find the amount I asked for, I can always go get them myself. If there's any
The
missing.
life of a guard is always overworked, my lady.
Of course. Just take care of yourself.
I'll die trying.
You're missing. Okay.
Any chance I'm awake to hear that?
Sure, yeah.
Like I'm assuming like awake and like I'm going out of my room and I catch that.
Out of the guards' barracks, yes.
I would prefer if you didn't die.
I'll keep that in mind. And he gives you a wink.
She will give him like a mischievous grin and kind of go off to find food.
With your permission, my lady, I would like to retire. For the day.
Permission granted.
He gives a salute and walks off to find a bunk to sleep in. Alright, so everyone is awake.
Oh shit, someone's gonna get up to here. How am I gonna move?
Partway through the morning, everybody is going to hear of the death of the Laurel in the city. He was found at the Von Gut estate. His skin flayed off his body.
Oh damn, what the fuck did they do to that guy? So pretend I'm not here. And really pretend he's not here.
Who's not here?
Exactly.
There's just a really buff servant holding a tray nearby with a shirt that barely fits.
It doesn't have. It does
Never
that.
people always inside.
He's got a little ponytail, which is garish enough to distract from the red beard.
So how's everyone doing? Okay, yeah, I'm not here to talk to you two. I talked to you two yesterday. Trinity!
Yes. Are you here for that boxing match? I could use for a pre-workout.
No, I
Yeah.
never agreed to such a thing. I just blatantly admitted I'm stronger than you. There is, however, a fella traveling over that hill. He doesn't look ready for a boxing match, but he's got a panther.
Wait, now I'm confused.
It's Daisy talking to you. Neek hasn't arrived yet.
Oh,
You
it's
didn't know Daisy was here.
Okay, my bad. See, I didn't catch it was Stacy talking to me. So correction. How have you been, Daisy? I heard you're queen now.
That's okay.
Congratulations.
Since you're technically not the subject of mine, not much has changed between us.
Let's be honest. Even if I was a subject of yours, I don't think I would change much between us.
You wouldn't want to.
Not so much I wouldn't want to, but I think we both can agree that all the formalities that nobles do is not my forte.
Oh, certainly not.
By the way, I've been meaning to have a rematch with you, and she will like set her arm up on the table.
Oh, please, honey, I'm so sorry, but okay, I'll destroy you. Are you sure the table is going to survive?
I'm not sure that it will.
Elbow down.
You're gonna be. Unfortunately, you'll be leaving soon, so it'll be one of the few chances I get for a rematch.
Yep, I'm sorry. I hate to hurt you twice like this, but
Both of you roll a d6. Add your strength modifier.
So D6 plus strength mod.
Yes.
Total of 6. I think she can roll a 1 and win. Yeah, it's not even, like, you know that scene in animes where like the character like gets like flipped over.
It's not quite that bad.
Not quite that bad, but I imagine it's probably like a instantly just.
Oh yeah, both of you flex and Trinity's hand immediately just like slams against the table.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you not ready?
No, I was not.
Okay. Do you want me to try that
You
again?
might have gotten stronger.
All right. Well, okay. Maybe this next time we might be able to do it for real. I don't know. Should I use my left hand?
It's only fair.
You like.
Okay. Okay. I just didn't know how lopsided you were.
Total 9.
Unfortunately, that does not win by enough degrees to defeat Daisy.
Ooh, you're doing better this time.
Only slightly on the back foot. Roll again.
Total of 7.
9.
Now Trinity is on the back foot as much as Daisy was. Roll again.
Oh, 5. I like to point out
with a great struggle, Daisy taps Trinity's hand on the table.
Excellent technique, but alas, inevitable. There's no shame in losing to the strongest woman on the world.
I'm a little disappointed. Like, it's funny though because this time, like, we both rolled 1s, and before that, we both rolled 3s. Unfortunately, your strength modifier is higher than mine.
Yes, it's almost like I'm stronger than you or something.
Oh, I fully realize this, but Trinity finds this very hard to accept.
Oh yeah, it's hard to break through Trinity's fucking inch thick ballistic plate pride.
Yes.
So, what are people's plans for today?
Well, Neak is gonna show up with muffins.
Ah, you're right.
When Neek shows up, Trinity challenges her to him boxing.
What do you mean nobody told you I was gonna come here with muffins? Oh, sorry, mate. This might be some kind of mix-up. Yeah, no, this panther is a service animal, and he is required.
Did Daisy actually mention the guy with panther coming over the hill?
Yeah.
Trinity will go out. Yeah. Once she
everybody sees him stopped by a guard.
Yeah, Trinity will go out and like tell the guard that he's fine and allow him in.
All right. Neek is in with muffins.
Good. I was just thinking that I might need a little workout.
Brought some muffins, guys. Right? Didn't know if anybody had any allergens, so there's no peanut butter.
Thank you.
Mostly bran and some small fruits.
That's most kind of you. Tea, as promised.
All right, thanks. Much appreciated. What kind of tea?
Don't know. I just asked them to make some tea. I'm not very
Um,
particular.
Yeah. So is this like a dark tea, like a sort of a morning tea? Because I mean, it is the morning. What do we got going on, Chris?
It's a morning tea.
Neek will pour himself a noticeably kind of small glass.
Also, it's not the best tea, and Neek will know this because it is not tea from the Immortal Empire East.
Yeah. Neek has had a wide variety of teas. He's like, okay, this is okay. I bet you guys have some awesome sourdough though. Still.
So
Yeah, how's everybody doing? What's up? What's the plan, guys?
Well, I was planning about to go work out. Perhaps we can have that boxing match you mentioned.
Oh yeah, about that. I don't want to just wuss out, but I do want to apologize for how I was acting. I was getting a little ornery. You get a couple drinks and too much caffeine, and you start getting a little rude. Your temper runs a little short.
Don't worry.
We can
I don't
still
want
have
to
the
beat
match.
you up because I had a problem with you. Honestly, at this point, it just seems like a nice little warm up before working out.
Awesome, sure, yeah, I'm down for that.
So, are Neek and Trinity going to go through a boxing match?
Yep, quick
Yeah.
out of fisticuffs. Roll some initiative for him.
All right. Roll initiative.
Yeah, Trinity might actually lose this. Oh, total 17.
Okay.
Total
Chris is going to roll a die because both rolls were 17 and both of them have +2 dex. I'm going to roll a d6. Evens, it is evens, it is Neek, and odds, it is Trinity. Trinity, you're going first by a hair.
Aha!
For this
All right,
match of
well,
fisticuffs,
I'm
it is
mistaken.
unarmored, and both combatants have 20 hit points, which shall be treated as temporary hit points.
Yes, 20% hit points.
Total of 23. I do 5
Before
damage.
you roll to hit,
Make a wisdom save.
yeah, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Aw.
That's a fail. Neek's such a good boy. You can't bear to hit the good boy.
Seems like so polite.
All right. Attack number 2. You must roll a wisdom saving throw before rolling an attack.
10.
You know what? It's no harm. Let him get the first hit in. He looks like a stick.
Why?
Is that the end of Trinity's turn?
Yes.
All right, Neek.
You cheat.
No, Neek is Neek's race.
Neek.
I assume you're saying you're gonna make 2 attacks. 14 hits.
That's a whopping 4 damage. I don't believe I have any unarmed enhancers.
8 points of damage so far. Trinity has 12 hit points left.
All right. Neek's boxing technique is very simple. Reasonably, he's pretty quick on his feet. He's decently strong.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wisdom save again?
Yes. Before each attack.
Oh. Negative.
Wait, why did you
The
say
balance is off when I actually start swinging.
Oh, right. You get to actually swing now.
do I have to re-roll then, or are you keeping the 16?
I'll keep the roll. That's a hit.
Yay.
5 points of damage.
Also, am I allowed to use my maneuvers?
I'm going to say no.
Oh. Darn it. So 5 damage.
Oof. I've done the math already in my head. I will fall to 4 of your swings, and you'll fall to 5 of mine.
Already gotten 2 in.
All right. Well, depends on how Trinity.
Oh, an 11 does not hit.
I don't like this game.
Neek, I imagine Trinity is almost like Tavern Bar Brawler, going a lot of force with technique, but more force than finesse. Oof.
Wait,
Oof, the terrible nat 1.
Attack number 2. 15 will hit.
Bink.
wait, are you? Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I know that both of your ACs is 12.
Yes, but he's proficient in unarmed strikes, apparently.
Yeah, so are you.
I thought you said I'm not.
I said yes to both.
Oh! That would have been an 8. That would have been a +8 before, so that would be above 12.
Not retconning.
Wow.
All right. Trinity has 8 health left, and it is her turn.
Just make sure I'm not having to make the saves anymore, right?
Nope. The save no longer. The spell is no longer up.
Total of 18. So 5 damage.
Woo.
10 does not hit. So I've done 10.
Back.
I've done 10 damage.
All right, Neak.
Ooh,
Right.
whopping.
Trinity's down to 4 health. And Neek's got one more attack. Oh!
Yes.
All right,
I
Trin.
know.
You're on your last leg.
12.
Just hits.
Oh,
So that's 5. 18! That's another 5!
And with that, Neek goes down. It was a much closer match than most anticipated, probably.
Wait, can I Action Surge and hit him again?
you certainly can.
You
Like, as he's
can.
going
There's
down?
nothing stopping you from engaging in degeneracy.
Before he actually falls. Not like she's hitting him while he's on the ground. She wouldn't do that. It's before he falls,
Just trying to extend the combo. The next one's going to be a launcher, so I don't hit the mat. Then you're going to. He's trying to do juggles.
Look. If you do it, I'm gonna say it's gonna be pretty obvious that you didn't have to.
That's fair.
I
Go
won't
right
do
ahead.
it then.
Fucking do it.
I won't do it
He's
again.
afraid of being caught because of her pride.
Mainly, I'm just worried that he's gonna actually make you take the actual damage to your hit points. If later on there's gonna be a fight, and it's gonna cost us. Because Chris will do that. He would make it have consequences. Like it might not even have been a planned fight. It might just be because I did this. He's like, okay, I'm gonna make there be consequences now.
All right. Anyway,
that's the real question is: would Trinity go for juggles?
Probably not if she already knows you're going down.
All right, gonna leave it clean so nobody can argue anything about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
All right, that's fair.
hello.
Is Steel Carver a +1 weapon?
It's been +2.
Oh.
It was finally crafted. It wasn't just a steel blade.
I don't think I've been using that at all.
I know you did at the beginning. I don't know if you dropped it off at some point by accident, but
Let me check.
when we first started.
By the way, if Chris had allowed me to use my
maneuvers. I'd be using fucking tireless and friendly and favored foe.
Yeah, I was assuming this was more of like a friendly match where most abilities aren't going to be used. Neak just happens to be born that way with what was happening.
Well, the one I was thinking about using was taunt, actually. So basically, she's bad talking him in the middle of the time.
You'll note that Neak refrained from any trash talk throughout.
I should have been doing more damage this whole time.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Past is past.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
Maybe I'm just disappointed because if I could use a superiority die, there was the chance I could have taken him down in 2 hits.
Because I get a natural +2 to damage already.
You've got dueling, 4 strength, and a +2 weapon. Should be +8 on your total damage, right? Have you been doing +7?
Zone is already +6.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have an even numbered sword, then it shouldn't be. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's why I've been assuming Alexander's down at like 16 strength or something. I feel like I heard +7 is like a call out number. Still, you don't have a steel carver right now, and Neek. Hey Chris, is Neek bleeding at all?
I'm gonna go with a yeah.
Don't touch my blood. He'll hastily like stomp his blood like it's about to light fire or something. All right, we're good. Just oh yeah, don't touch it.
I
will look down at my hands. Do I have his blood on my hands from punching him in the face or something?
I'm gonna roll a D100. Hey Brandon, highs or low?
High equals
High equals what?
fun.
There's a little bit of blood.
Trinity will look up to you and be like, why am I not supposed to touch your blood?
Okay. Do you have like
is this your blood or mine?
I went for body shots. I don't know about you, but the real question is it like a big boxing glove or is it like a hand wrap? What are we dealing with?
I was almost assuming bare knuckle.
Yeah, I was assuming like hand wrap or bare knuckle too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, hold on, let me look at it. He'll like pull out a napkin and lick it and just like sort of wipe it off. There you go. Okay, you're good. I want to wash the hand.
Are you sure? Why were you worried about your blood?
I've got
give me a disease.
Well, I mean, as long as you didn't bite me, you'd probably be pretty good.
It was your idea in the first place.
Yeah, it wasn't a great idea, to be honest. I apologize for the idea earlier.
You should give people warning in advance that, hey, if you come in contact with our blood, X will happen.
Hey, well, kind of sensitive about the topic.
And I'm kind of sensitive about getting random diseases.
Yeah, well, all right, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And you'll see, like, as he's waving the little napkin, almost like a tiny, like, sanguine snake is starting to, like, form out of the blood, almost like a mist. All right? Fuck. Hey, don't worry. I'll be all right.
She is eyeing you suspiciously.
By the way,
she has now lost just about all trust in you.
Oh, hey, do you know like a barber who actually has like steel razors around here?
Why would somebody have steel razors?
Well, because iron razors fucking suck. That's why. Obsidian would work, but I don't see any volcanoes. No wonder everybody around here grows a damn beard. Y'all don't have any good barbers.
I don't think anyone would really waste valuable steel on a razor.
Fine. I guess I'll just use the one from my kit. Do you know any barbers around here who might be willing to use my straight razor instead?
I'm not from here. You knew this.
Oh, right, yeah. Alexander, do you know anybody around here who's like a decent barber, or were you not growing a beard by the time you left?
Was Alexander here for this? I kind of assumed he wasn't.
Fuck is Alexander at?
Where is Alexander at?
Good question.
He takes the most inconvenient pee breaks.
I like to imagine that they went outside and Edenfell and Alexandre are still eating breakfast, just watching them fist fight each other.
Beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
All right. Okay. So, Trinity, since we're getting to know each other, what's your favorite animal?
Wolves.
Specifically?
Why?
Well, what do you mean why? There's like 6 different wolf subspecies. Maned wolves.
Normal wolves.
What do you mean? What? Like the local, like northern gray wolf? Dire wolf?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Panther, definitely. Specifically melanized eastern leopard. But like phoenixes are pretty cool too.
I don't think I've ever seen a phoenix. Or a panther for that matter.
For like a minute I've seen one. You haven't seen a what?
I don't think I've seen a panther before now.
Yeah, you could pet him.
Trinity will not pet him.
Well, you don't trust my panther?
By the way, she is still glaring at you from not telling her about the possibility of your blood.
I don't expect my blood would do any harm to you. but it's still something I shouldn't get everywhere.
Then you probably shouldn't challenge people to a boxing match.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe you shouldn't be such a bitch about everything. Acting
You
like
know how she refrained from punching earlier an extra time? She's regretting that decision right now.
That would have just
I'm
gotten more
just trying
blood
to
on
be
you.
friendly,
That would
and
have been a
everybody here
consequence.
is treating me like I'm some kind of I don't know. What am I? Am I an outlaw? I don't know. You're rude, is what I'm saying. And I've allowed that to bring out the worst in me.
I'm
Which
not
is
the
why
one
I'm
who
trying to
goes
be-
around potentially giving people diseases.
How do you know? I mean, what's the state of medicine in where you live? Where you came from, huh? You look at Martin. Damn sure can't be from there. That's the other side of the continent.
Other side of the world.
Yeah, but that's the other side of the planet, dude. I mean,
You know, Trinity, he has a point. I mean, you always could be carrying diseases and you're unaware.
Trinity will glare at you and say, not helping.
I believe, continue arguing, I suppose.
Anyway, I would like to hear everybody's plans for today.
Let's see, we're on day 5 of rest, right?
Yes.
We decided we were going to let the guard inform us if anything weird happened with the ogre, right?
Yeah.
But if Gregory gave a report, would Gregory have mentioned to Alexander that the blade the ogre was carrying was steel?
It is in the report, yes.
And I might have probably missed that if I remembered it. Or if you asked me about the ogre and all. Like,
Yeah,
I
but you
imagine,
didn't say it, so it's in the report. That's how Alexander finds out.
okay.
Yeah.
But
I imagine during breakfast, like instead of a newspaper, Alexander's reading through Gregory's report.
Yeah.
And how does Alexander react to hearing that the ogre had a steel blade? Spit take with coffee.
More like pause, go back, reread that a few times, make sure I read it right.
Gregory's report actually includes seeing bits of steel chainmail sticking out of the backpack as well.
Should we maybe track him down a bit sooner than we intended?
hey, people like you are good at tracking, aren't they?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty good. I mean, I've got Panther. He's pretty good too.
I mean, if we bring him along, we could probably find the monster faster.
Is
Worst
it
case scenario,
ogre?
we send him to die to the creature and let him give him a disease.
Well, that would also mean perhaps.
No, you really don't want to let that guy eat me. That'd be bad for you. I mean, if the ogre could stomach it.
What sort of disease do you have?
None.
You're hunting down this creature would also mean that you would be leaving the city for a whole day, no?
Yeah, that'd be kind of rough.
Where you owe me. So,
Okay, look, clearly you guys are the people trying to do the best good around here. And quite rightfully, you've got like some issues with building some new trust. Do you happen to have like zone of truth or something so at least you know that I'm honest about my intentions?
I could. I don't see the need, to be honest. I think you misunderstand when I was saying it's a bit awkward right now. It's not so much that I distrust you, just I feel like you're very overly friendly having just met us. You're more than welcome to accompany us for now. Trin
All right,
can just
well,
be a bit of an ass sometimes. No offense.
he most likely may have injected me with a disease just now. I think I have the right to be a little bit of a mess.
Well, I didn't tell anybody
you're
I
not
was.
infected with the
Oh,
disease
please.
because you got
No
some blood
matter
on
what
your neck.
people do to you, you are always an ass, Trinity. It's part of what makes you enduring.
Yeah,
She
most
will
people like
glare
that.
at you.
I think.
Are you glaring at Ramona?
Yes.
Oh, thank gosh, it's not
And
me.
that glare, that is the second thing that makes you so enduring.
A lot of people also like that.
Do you get to glare at Ramona, Trinity? Didn't you set up my sister?
Oh yeah, you did.
Didn't I what?
Fucking rough.
If I recall,
You
was
wouldn't catch me
go
dead
into the
standing up
vents.
fucking Ramona. I'd show up as a corpse.
I couldn't catch what you were saying, PJ.
If I recall correctly, you were meant to go to the ball with Ramona, but you never showed up without saying anything. Are you you're entitled to glare at her right now with her remarks?
Hey, I was never informed of the ball. I never heard a word about it till I met y'all.
Or perhaps you were too drunk to read the notes that I sent.
Wait, when did you send the note?
I sent one 2 days ago and one a day ago. But no, it would be 3 and 2 days ago now, because it is a new day.
What time?
I sent them both at about noon. I do not know when they got there.
Well, wait, did you ever get a note back?
No.
I don't
mean,
think I ever saw the note.
That's not quite the same as like being stood up. I mean, there wasn't a formal agreement in the first place. You just kind of got ghosted.
Hey, I don't think I ever got a note.
In any event, I think we should move on with that day.
So I blame the messenger.
I agree. Let's just move on.
All right. So,
I was hoping it'd be
please,
like a time that I could be like,
please, what are we doing with the day?
This is the best part of the day. I don't know what you're talking about, Chris.
I want to move the timeline forward.
I
Alright,
think
what
we
we
want
doing?
to track down a greenskin.
All right, Alexander, what are you doing?
Well, if we are hunting down the greenskin, that's what he's doing. But if not, I'll go by the floral district.
Yeah, hunting down the greenskin is going to take some time because he has potentially like 12 hours on you.
Yeah.
I can't go to that. So I have other things to attend to.
Yeah, I believe Edenfell has plans for multiple things to do.
Yeah.
Yo, Alexander, did you like change swords when I wasn't looking?
What?
Well, I mean, yesterday you were wearing like a sword that looked pretty close. I mean, do you like change them out like during the week?
No. My brother has my sword right now. He wanted to work on
Which
it.
one? Like he can work on a sword?
He was the one who made the sword.
Was that while he still had? Do you have two brothers?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Oh, so his sword's in the shop right now.
Yes.
Is that butter knife gonna like cut it? Because I mean, like I got a couple spares in my backpack here. I mean, rifling around, keeping the stick. I got a cool axe. Pulls out an axe that's on fire. No. Yeah. Sting. Yeah, this one's kind of useless if you don't have any fish or salt water. So I'm thinking maybe the fire axe is better if you end up in a real pinch. But the brine blade is what they call it. Thinking maybe coral sword. Might have a couple names. Real good for seafood. Real bad for everything else. Got a bow. Got a dagger. You throw it, it comes back.
I think I'll stick with the sword.
You sure?
All equipment that Neak pulls out is steel.
I mean, it's your funeral, I guess.
Is the axe a one-handed axe?
Yeah. I mean, you could put both your hands on it. It's not like a throwy kind of axe, but like about like arm length.
All right. I'll use the axe for now.
Awesome. All right. Neak will hand it over, and Brandon's always imagined it as being almost like polymer, turning into steel near the head because that doesn't work.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it looks like steel, but upon Alexander getting it, you notice it's like silvery. It's more silverish, and it's a bit lighter than steel weaponry.
Gotcha. And then Nikolai gave me his armor to wear, yeah?
Yes.
That the one with the wolf motif?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hey, that's Trinity's favorite animal.
It's full plate, isn't it?
It is. It's
Okay.
also steel.
Okay. So my
It has no special enchantments. So it's just a +1 full plate.
yeah, which I was only wearing half plate, so my AC will actually go up.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Alexander, what's your favorite animal?
I don't really know.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, you have to like pick one?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, some people can answer with more than one answer. They got it. Like, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know, I like a few different ones.
well, what few different animals are your favorite?
Are you sure your favorite animal's not a griffin?
Oh, that makes me sad though.
Oh man, guys, I think I might have triggered Alexander. I'm sorry.
No, he didn't like die or anything.
I know. Chris is just fond of poking at these kinds of things.
Well, you see, I did have a griffin for all of a day and a half.
Oh man, what happened?
Well, I told him he didn't have to serve me, that he could go free if he wanted to. And he did. So I set him free.
Yeah, griffins aren't don't do the best in captivity. I mean, they're quite trainable, but
Have you tried calling Lee?
No.
I mean, I could try and like set the panther free, but like he's not gonna go anywhere.
Maybe if you call him, he'll come back. It'd be very useful to have a scout.
How good
Oh.
of hearing do you think griffins have, Trinity?
Edenfell.
Maybe
What is your favorite animal? I want to hear.
A sheep, I guess.
A sheep?
Yes,
Yeah, man, they're big and fluffy.
exactly.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, well, I mean, some people get like the edgy picks. They're like, oh yeah, I like, big scary bears and tigers and lions. Oh my. And some people are like, I like blue jays because they're blue. And some people are like, I like the Telemuropen northern pike because it's rare and endangered, but also nice and tasty.
Did you think I was going to say raven or crow?
I mean, I was hoping you
No,
would.
that was too expected.
I mean, they're good birds. Smart enough to be bastards sometimes. Ramona, what's your favorite animal?
A butterfly.
Barely an animal, but awesome. Yeah, I didn't say favorite mammal, I guess, or bird.
I mean, if the butterfly doesn't count, I guess a hummingbird.
Awesome. Oh yeah. I gotta. Do y'all have a favorite dinosaur? Are dinosaurs known around here?
Dinosaurs?
Oh man, you guys don't know about dinosaurs. I should probably not tell you about dinosaurs. I
They
can't
probably
tell
do
you
know about dinosaurs. They're just animals in this area.
Gosh, they're. Oh right, yeah. You probably don't consider that to be a valid subcategory. Yeah, they're the larger cladistic group that includes theropods, uh, ornithischians. I'm forgetting a few probably. Um, it's got a beak and can grow feathers. It's probably a dinosaur.
The hilarious thing is that because most dinosaurs are Latin-based names, and the language of common right now is Latin, these are going to be like translated essentially.
Like, have any of you seen like a tyrant lizard king?
Yes.
Yeah, little known fact, he's a dinosaur too.
Oh.
Yeah, birds also dinosaurs. Most people don't catch on to that. I in certain other places, I'd joke. I'd ask people what their favorite bird was. Then I'd ask them what their favorite dinosaur was. then I'd make them pick the favorite, and anybody who picked their bird, I tell them that's actually their favorite dinosaur. Then,
Does that mean I'm part dinosaur?
I mean, you got dinosaur wings. I don't think I'm part dinosaur.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, do any of you have anything you want to do that like isn't tracking down and killing that ogre?
Alexandre wanted to go to the Varl district. I know that.
Edenfell wants to go to the Temple of Thel to try a thing.
All right. I know what Edenfell's doing.
Do you?
I think so.
Hey, Trin, what are you up to?
Probably just light exercise and training. Once Greg wakes up, probably train him a little bit. And then that evening, drinking at the bar. What's the plan? With some of the other soldiers.
I didn't get a great idea of how cool you are yet, so I mean, fucking beat up on Greg all day?
Do what?
Sorry, I'm very tired. You just beat up on Greg all day?
No, not beat up on. Train.
Yeah,
I train him along with some of the other soldiers.
Right, okay. Yeah, you guys got no idea what you're up against, don't you?
Anyway, this has been some random D&D game. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Ooh.